Hi there everyone, and welcome back to BRM Driving School. Hope you're all doing alright. Now the video I'm going to be doing today, it's going to be my opinions, my response to this petition that's doing the rounds in the learner driver community. In fact, it even got mainstream media attention, saw it in the Daily Mail earlier. And it's this petition that's online that is campaigning to allow driving instructors to pass learner drivers that are unable to book their driving tests. I think this is a terrible idea. I'm going to give my opinion, so if you agree with me or disagree with me, leave a comment down below. Particularly if you disagree with me, I want you to change my mind. So leave a comment down below. I don't care if it's good or bad. I want to hear your opinions on this. You know, the more voices that are said, the better. So at the time that I'm recording this, it's nearly 30,000 signatures, so the government will be responding. When the government does respond, I'll do a follow-up video, so hit subscribe so you don't miss that one. So yeah, as I was saying, nearly 30,000 signatures, and these are my opinions why this is going to be a terrible idea. It's similar to what we had in the first lockdown, where we had a petition set up by DTC Driving Tips for Life, Shaq, for those that don't know, and I recommend you do not subscribe to him. I don't agree with a lot of his videos, but anyway. I've done a video response to his suggestion that seemed to say that we should either allow instructors to sign off students' full licenses or temporarily allow learner drivers to drive unsupervised. And I've done a response video where I said it was a terrible idea, and within a couple of days I got a message from someone claiming to be Shaq saying, "You infringed on our copyrights. If you don't take that video down, we'll be seeking legal action." I didn't take the video down, it's still up, so if you want to watch it, feel free to watch that. So Shaq, if you are watching, you can message me on your personal Facebook profile. I know you have one. You can message me on there. I don't have leprosy. The worst I'm going to do is tell you to fuck off. And to be honest, if you were to message me, I'll tell you to fuck off anyway, so don't waste your time. But he done that video. I did, you know, I gave my response to why it was a terrible idea. It's going to be similar, but I've got a few things here that maybe some of you may never even thought of why this is not a good idea. Okay, so my first reason, and some of you will be surprised by this, but when you think about it, it is actually true, is it's not just open to fraud, but there could be some serious safety worries, particularly if you're someone that's vulnerable. So as instructors, we are criminal record checked. We do have DBS checks. We are licensed by the DVSA, but as with any job out there, there will be some people that get through the cracks. And no doubt there'll be more than a handful of instructors out there that will say, if this goes through, I will pass you if you pay me £1,000 or £2,000, or even worse, there no doubt will be instructors out there that will ask for certain favours. Okay, and you know, particularly if you're a vulnerable person, those certain favours will, you know, you're putting that person could be at a safety risk. You know, and some of you might not believe me with what I'm saying, but it has actually happened before. It happened a few years back with examiners in London. There was one that was charging people, it was like a couple of £1,000s a time, or if you he would guarantee you a pass. That's going to happen with some instructors out there, and unfortunately, as I said, some of them will sneak through the cracks even though we are checked, and these people have absolutely no business being driving instructors, but unfortunately you can't catch all of them. So you know, that's going to be my big reason. You know, there will be a safety risk for some people, particularly the vulnerable ones. My second reason is it's just going to be the safety for the passengers in the car. If this person is signed off and given a licence, would, you know, how many of you who are watching my videos right now, if you got into, would you knowingly get into a car with someone that you knew didn't have a driving licence, you would say that person was mad to do that. And that's exactly what's happening, would happen here. You know, you wouldn't knowingly get in a car with someone that you knew didn't pass a driving test. They haven't been certified as safe by someone independent. Because some people, one of the arguments I see people saying is, oh, the instructors know the learners that well. Yes, we do know our learners quite well, but that can be a problem in itself, because no doubt we're going to be biased towards our own students. So we're going to say, you know, oh, you can pass quite easily, when they might make, you know, when these people do their tests. We've all had them. We've taken people to the driving test. We're so confident this person's going to pass, and for some reason they don't. You know, that's happened to every instructor out there. So, you know, we've got to make sure that these people that are doing their driving tests can be certified by someone independent, because we need examiners out there. You know, it's not, we need examiners not just for you as the learner, but for us as the instructor. It says, you know, are we teaching people the correct way, or does the same fault keep coming up over and over again? Do we need to change how we're teaching people? Do we need to be aware of what we're teaching people? So we do need these independent people. It's a bit like, you know, marking your own homework, shall we say. You know, you're always going to give yourself a good grade if you're marking your own homework. That's why you get a teacher to mark it. So you make sure you know what you're doing is right. My third reason is going to be car insurance. It's for those of you that have passed your driving test. It might be 10 or 15 years ago if you're someone that's more experienced, or someone that's just recently passed your test. You'll know how expensive your first premiums are. They are ridiculous. I can remember back when I passed my driving test a little over 10 years ago, my first car was a smart car. It was only 1 year old at the time, and it was something like £1,500 for a little tiny smart car, 800cc engine. You know, that was ridiculous back then. Probably similar prices now, I believe. But if you're someone that's been signed off this way, you're going to be uninsurable. No sane insurance company is going to, you know, they're not going to give you insurance, or if you do find an insurance company, they're going to charge you a ridiculous amount of money. You're better off just being patient, passing your driving test legitimately, and going from there. So, you know, there's the insurance aspect to it. You might as well just be patient and wait, because we've got to think about this. At this moment in time, I know a lot of you want to go out, learn to drive, be out on the road by yourself, but at this moment in time, there's something far bigger going on than learning to drive. Yes, it's frustrating, but at the end of the day, you know, go back to March last year when this whole thing started. We were all saying we've got to protect the NHS and all that. Well, you know, the best way we can protect the NHS is by, you know, not getting involved in silly things. And, you know, how many times have we seen news reports or things like that where it said, you know, uninsured, unlicensed driver kills people or seriously injured people in an accident? We've all seen it. You know, that's going to put unnecessary stress on the NHS, particularly at this moment where we're saying how much we love the NHS, how much we need it. And, you know, it's the last thing we want to do is, you know, sign off people that aren't qualified. They might get into a situation, or their lack of experience, lack of skills is going to get them involved in an accident. Because, you know, let's take this figure. It's nearly 30,000. Let's round it up to 30,000. Statistically, the pass rate on the driving test is something like 46%. I'll leave it on the screen what the actual pass rate is. But let's just say it's 46%. Of these 30,000 people, let's say 46%, you know, let's say that 16,000 of those, if they were to, at the test standard and were to take their test, 16,000 of them aren't even going to pass their driving test. So, you know, we've got serious problems here with people possibly being on the road who shouldn't be on the road. You know, that's what, 16,000 people. someone left a comment on one of my videos before saying that in the first year of driving, quite a large number of people in their first year of driving are involved in accidents. And imagine, like, some of these people shouldn't even be on the road. You know, to be honest, I've had it with people that have been booked in for driving tests before, where they've come to me, their instructor says they're not taking me, could you take me instead? And I do an assessment drive with them, and they don't even have a clue what they're doing. And I wouldn't knowingly want to sign those people off. You know, it's just, we just got to think this through logically. I understand it's a right pain in the backside what is happening at the moment, but at the end of the day, there's something far bigger going on than needing to pass our driving test. We just got to be patient. This thing will blow over at some point. They're rolling out this vaccine. Who knows, maybe in 6 months to a year, maybe things might have calmed down. We don't know as of yet, but at the moment there's something far, far bigger and far more important than being able to learn to drive. You know, I know it's going to be I know a lot of people won't like to hear that, but that is the honest truth. I don't knowingly want to mislead you or lie to you. At the end of the day, there's something far bigger going on than passing your driving test. I'm like you, I want this to end as soon as possible. The best way we can do that is just by being patient, and you know, that's about it really. We've got to bide our time. There's something far bigger going on than being able to learn to drive. But I'll leave that for now at the video. You know, I'll end the video here. As I said, some of you might agree or disagree with the things that I've got to say. If you do agree or disagree, leave a comment down below. Hit subscribe, hit that notification bell, so when I do post up this follow-up video and the government do respond, you're not going to miss out. And we'll see you all next time.